No, and I don't expect them to give me anything. I don't want to be handed anything. I want to go in and prove that I deserve this spot. And so far, spring training, I've been doing that, and just going about my business. And I'd rather earn my spot in the rotation. I don't care where it's at. I've told them, I just want to win, and I want to get to the championship or wherever it may take us. And me and Roland Smith, we talk to each other. We get tired of hearing the same question: Are you going to be number 3 or number 4? We're just like,
what does that matter, really?
It doesn't really matter. You still take that ball every fifth day, and you still get the same amount to start. So,
what clicked for you last year towards the end of the season? I think it was like the last 3-4 starts is really when you were working with Adam Moore. Do you remember those games? And it just seemed like those starts when you and Adam were, the pitch and catch. It just like you guys had a great rapport. For whatever reason, you just kind of really clicked once he came on board and caught in his last. I think it was 3, 4, maybe 5 games. I don't know what it was exactly.
Adam's very intelligent. He has very good IQ with baseball, and we sat down and went over a game plan, and we stuck with it, and we didn't stray away from it. And that was my problem before. I used to stray away from my game plan, but he knows when to come out, and give you a breath and just say, hey, take a deep breath and let's get after it, And we just developed a great relationship. We're good friends right now. We have fun. We talk to each other, joke around, and me and Rob Johnson never really got that connection because he didn't really catch me. It was more, for Felix and Roland Smith most of the time. But
were you surprised? I mean, because here's a guy who comes up and, boy, he was probably only up for a month, maybe a month and a half, and he's a young guy. Were you surprised that he was so mature that he would come out there and he was able to handle you and not just you, but the other pitchers so well? Did that catch you off guard?
When I first talked to him, I was like, "That's really cool," And we sat down, we ate lunch in the cafeteria in the clubhouse. But he's really knows baseball, and he's very, very mature and very respectful, and he enjoys playing. And you got to have fun to play this game, and that's what he was doing. He was making it fun for me and fun for everybody else.
Ian Snell joining us here on 950 Cater. You said winning. I think that's it. In the world of professional sports, there's, and you've probably been around all types of athletes. And we were just talking before we went on the air about the MMA world. I mean, there's guys sometimes that just are out there, I'm going to get a couple fights and collect a paycheck and move on. There's guys that want to win titles. In baseball, you have an opportunity. Whoever's in Major League Baseball, you're making a nice paycheck, you're making a nice living, it's comfortable. But then there's that next step, right? There's that next step to get to win. You said win championships. We kind of discuss how important that is to you, this point in your career, getting an opportunity, just flat out winning, and how important that is and what a priority that is for you.
It's a very high priority for me. I've been on a losing team for 5 years, and when I came over to Seattle, and we finished the season with a winning record, I went home and I was like, man, I want to get going again. I was on a team that had a winning record, and it felt good going home. I wasn't hanging my head because I was on a losing team. I was proud to say I was a Mariner. I was proud to say that I'm part of this rotation, and I just got after it when the season was done. I worked hard, I lost weight, I got in shape, and winning a championship, winning division first comes first and foremost for me first. I want to win that to see what that feels like, and then go on to the playoffs.
I think we ask every guy the same question, but I'm always just intrigued about when you guys head into the offseason, and specifically for you, I don't know if you write this down or you just have it in your head. When you go through the checklist of things that you wanted to work on in the offseason, maybe both physically, you talked about getting in better shape, or just stuff-wise, different pitches that maybe you're adding to your game. What were some of those things?
Some of it doesn't have to be baseball related. Some of it was becoming a better teammate, becoming a better father, becoming a better son, and friend to people that I don't even know, building a relationship with fans, being there, interacting with them. And, the baseball stuff comes natural. It should come natural to you. So I didn't really have to work on too much. I stayed working on my mechanics, fielding and, basically just trying to find myself again, trying to be happy and enjoy the game.
It would be safe to say maybe grow up a little bit and mature, maybe just become,
exactly.
You all talked about, more well-rounded person.
Yeah, I really grew up a lot, going to church, spending time with friends and family, and really seeing what I'm all about personally. And, I really wasn't myself in Pittsburgh. but now I get to blossom out and be myself and be at peace. You know, I talked to Wakamatsu, and that's the first thing he said. It looks like you're in peace, and that's what I am. You know, I'm happy, excited.
That's Ian Snell joining us on 950 KHR. By the way, Chael Saunders says hi. We're going to make a segment. I just got it. He's in a meeting. He also says, I got to tell you this. He says, tell him I need a campaign contribution. So, we'll figure something out. We'll get our sales guy on that. How's that? And try to make something happen. Yeah, definitely. You know, the whole being at peace with yourself and just kind of growing up and mellowing out. At the same time, you're a competitor. Things are going to go well. Things are going to not go so well. At some point, you're going to face challenges during the course of the season. Do you think you're better prepared to face those? And were there challenges, criticism to meet in the past?
I am. You know, I really don't pay too much attention to anything anymore.
Was that the first step in the process, just tune it out?
Well, the first step was, I talked to my dad, and he told me just people are going to have a say no matter what you do or say. And, I come to realize that, and I don't pay any attention to the internet, newspapers, anything. Somebody texts me, oh, so-and-so said this, good for them. I'm happy for them. But you know what? The words they speak of me, they're going to have to take that up with God later. So that's a good way for me to see that. And, it's tough, but you have to swallow it.
We were talking with Ian before the show, and that's a great philosophy to have. And I mean, we on a very small, much smaller scale. I mean, everybody gets criticized in almost any line of work, whatever you do. What we do on the radio, oftentimes, when we get the hate, I'll probably check here in about 5 minutes and have 10 of them, And I mean, sometimes it's easy to go whatever, blow it off, and sometimes it's not. And I guess the question is, how do you just brush it off? I mean, how do you just, or does it ever get to you still?
It gets to me. I would like to have those people sit in my shoes or anybody else's shoes and have them be criticized and see how they feel. We're all human. We have feelings, and that's another thing that I learned. I used to put people down and just make fun of them, but I found out, everybody has a piece of beauty in them somewhere, and you got to treat them with respect. And, I treat everybody with respect now and just see the true beauty in everybody. It doesn't really matter if you're heavy set or your hair is all a different color or whatever.
So you like me. So you're not judging me.
Radio guys.
Tell you didn't directly look at me, but at the corner of his eye, he did kind of peek over.
Well, you're wearing the Bob's Brown Ale medium
That's
shirt,
a great
buddy.
shirt.
I mean,
it's not a medium. It's an extra large. It's just we just had a baby. I'm still on that.
Yeah,
like my mom says, I'm big bone.
Say not being in a clubhouse, he'll say, "Hey, come on. I mean, if he's going to not get well, if he's not the same player. How valuable can he be? They're over his value in the clubhouse, whether he's tickling you or Ichiro. I mean, it's not. It can't be overstated, can it?
No, he's a leader of this team. No matter if he hits 210, he helps us relax. He helps us have fun, enjoy the game. And he's always expressed that, enjoy the game, because you never know when it's over, and a million people would like to be in your shoes right now. So.
Playing with him last year, I know we'll probably have to go, but quickly, that kind of inspire you as you went into the off season, just seeing how he conducted himself in the clubhouse, as you mentioned before, kind of changing things.
I actually played against him in Cincy, and always talked to him, and we always had a good chat, and he's always wished me well, and I wished him well, and seeing him in there made me see that I need to grow up a little bit more and be a leader to younger guys and younger kids. So he brushes off a lot of that on you. So he's a very good person, and we love him.
And